So we could just type in here default, and then it's going to actually execute these lines of code here again, and the flow of the program is going to be unchanged. Okay, so this is one point. And another important point is that you may wonder that we did create this first time variable, this Boolean variable, but we didn't use this variable inside of our own codes. And that's because of these 2 lines of code here that I actually wrote inside of this onCreate method. Okay, inside of this onClick method, I can just type in if first time, if the value of this first time variable is true, then assign the value empty txt game status dot set text to this txt game status and txt calculations dot set text empty. Okay, and then I could assign the value actually false to this first time variable. Okay, so let me actually comment out these 2 lines of code here, and let's actually run our project again and see the results. So now, as you can see here, our application is actually running on this emulator. So as you can see here, now these two text views, now the text of these 2 text views are actually appearing here, and we can see these texts here. And if I actually click on this image view here, as you can see, inside of this set onClick listener, we have this onClick method, as you can see here. And as you can see, inside of this onClick method, I created this if statement here. If the value of this first time Boolean variable is true, so as you can see here, we assigned the value true to this Boolean variable. So this value is true. So this condition is true. So it's gonna actually, if I click on this image, it's gonna actually execute these lines of code inside of this if statement. Okay, so let's actually click on this image here. As you can see, now the value of these txt game status and txt calculations are empty. Okay, and instead we can see other values here. Okay, so hopefully that makes sense, and I think that's enough for this tutorial. And this application was a little complex. Make sure to actually build this application over and over again, and make sure to watch this tutorial over and over again, so that these skills that I taught you in this lesson become a second nature for you. Okay, and if you have any questions, please post the discussion in the course, and then I'll do my best to answer your questions. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.